Don't take it personally, I'm surprised you call me after. Hello, you guys. I am probably going to be seeming like I'm yelling because I have my AC on the highest it can go. My odometer reads 99 degrees. And yeah. So, to jumpstart the topic, like I was saying, as we all know, we have certain people who are in relationships with certain expectations. You expect for your spouse to, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your baby mama to abide by basically rules or to take certain things into consideration, right? So let's start with the baby mama or your child's father or your child's mother. For my folks that like to be to seem intelligent. So this is my opinion. Just because I'm talking about something or a certain person does not mean that it is me or about me or applies to me. Okay? For the record, me and my son's father do not have beef. We have never beefed. I have disliked some of his actions sometimes, but because there is no type of attachment there, hello, besides our kid, I ain't got no reason to be in my feelings about a damn thing that he does. Okay? So, why is it that, and I'm going to use the term baby mama and baby daddy, so get ready for it, that a man or a woman seems to be want to compare with the baby mama or the baby daddy, even if each person or the other person has made it clear to the other person that they don't rock with them like that. That it's just strictly about the kids. It's strictly about them. Ain't nothing else we need to talk about. Woo, woo, woo. But let the baby mama find out he got a new girlfriend or he got a new child. She automatically got something to say. She automatically hating. She automatically want to be petty. She automatically in her feelings. But why? Especially if y'all ain't dealt with each other in forever, but you still been trying to hold on to him or her some way, somehow, by creating some made-up bond in y'all's head that really does not exist. Unless y'all still creeping with each other on the low from time to time and there's feelings involved, but don't nobody want to commit because y'all got your own little side thing going on. Like I was saying, let's talk about it. If you secretly on the down low with your baby daddy or your baby mama still, and don't nobody know that but y'all, but people wondering why she always get mad when John or James, you know, have another baby or doing this and doing that with his other kids, or when he bring his new woman around, whatever, she be in her feelings. I'm trying to tell y'all, these people is creeping on the low, or they just some psychotic baby mamas, bitter exes, bitter baby mamas, bitter baby daddies, who don't know how to accept rejection and accept fucking reality. They don't know how to accept reality. I know people, I'm about to smack on some gum too, so don't judge me, judge your mama. know people, hold on, that sit here and get mad because the baby daddy don't acknowledge them when they see them, or don't and then don't let it be on social media. They be mad when the baby daddy don't like nothing, or always posting the other kids more than y'all's kid. That right there shouldn't matter, as long as that child ain't lacking nothing and he spend time, take time with that child and really in his child life, and he be active as a parent. Why is you worried about pictures being posted? Huh? You worry about the wrong thing. And for the women, why do people be like, oh, my baby daddy ain't shit, this, that, and the third? Why is you worried about what he used to be? Why is y'all so quick to tell people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she ain't shit, she ain't nothing, my baby daddy ain't shit, she ain't shit. But that wasn't nothing when you was growing, or you was young and you didn't know what you was doing. You weren't paying attention, right? Okay, I got it. Why broadcast to the world? You know what I'm saying? That the person you lay with and had a child with ain't worth for that. Now, unless they really ain't worth a dang on. If they really sorry, for real. And I don't blame you. But come on now. Your sorry and the usual sorry might not add up. You might call him sorry because he don't want to stop what he doing and come and at the last minute you want to hit him up about what your child need, or your child need to get picked up from somewhere. He either at work or he got something planned and he can't do it right now. But any other time he be on it. Like, it just be little stuff. And I'm rambling because I'm thinking about something. But the point is, stop being bitter baby mamas and bitter baby daddies because y'all still got feelings for the other person. And then you're mad because they done moved on, got a whole nother life. As long as they still cherish and love and adore y'all's child or children, it don't matter how they feel about you. Why is you so present? As long as they not sitting around dogging you out and disrespect you and like doing you like super dirty and causing you pain and suffering, what you mad about? What you mad for? One thing I can say about me and my child's father, we were friends coming up. We were close friends. I'm talking about his family knew my family, and we played together since we was around each other for like, I don't know, I had to be like 8, I had to be like 7, from the age of 7. From the age of 7, I've been knowing my child's father. I got pregnant at 16, and I had my baby at 17. Okay? And for the dummies who want to see and say, well, that's a whole year. You can't be pregnant a whole year. You're exactly right, idiot. So do your research, do your math, and all that there. Okay, cool. So once I got pregnant, I was in high school. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I was being fast because I had nobody to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that it was wrong at the time. Or if they did, I probably didn't care. I probably wasn't listening. Let's be real. They probably did tell me. I probably was being fast. But it happened. And me and him, we never argued or fell out or whatever. It was just, I want to say it was a lot of immaturity in the situation. On my end too. I mean, I was forced to grow up fast. But loving somebody and being with somebody and all this. I ain't know nothing about that. So I ended up raising my son. For the first 8 months of his life, it was all me. First 8 months. Then we moved back up to Charlotte because I had him in Atlanta when I moved down there. And then that's when his grandma and they started coming to see him, and they fell in love with him instantly as soon as they seen him. And they've been inseparable ever since. Until, when something happened in my child's father's life, he started to pull back and act different. You know what I'm saying? And I still didn't put him on papers. Because I said, this is not normal behavior. He got to be going through something. So I hit him up out the blue. Because anytime my son needs something, or I be like, tell your daddy, text your daddy, tell your daddy this. Because it ain't really like, and then he'll hit me up every now and then, like, when I tell him about, my son grades and what's going on for our sports and stuff like that. But we don't talk about nothing. And, it'll be a happy birthday or happy Mother's Day, and that's it. It really be dead. In between days, dead, because ain't nothing else, ain't nothing to talk about. Like, I don't understand how baby mamas and baby daddies be out here mad at somebody. I talked about my baby daddy being absent recently because he had been, but my son ain't lacking. And he even though he just had a new child, congratulations. What that got to do with me? Your son about grown now. He did his raising. Now, he did help me coming up from the age of 2. I'm going to say from when my son was 2 years old to 14. Him and his daddy, they every weekend, pick him up from school during the week. Everything he need, him and my son's father and his mama. I'm not gonna discredit them, but if you were in a position where you lost your mom and that was your best friend your whole world, I could see how that could knock you off your top. You feel me? So, and on top of him working a lot, and I have to acknowledge that he has a newborn baby, but he still finds time to squeeze in for his firstborn, his first child, his oldest child. But see, now that my son is now a teenager, he practically, almost grown. He don't have to be so dedicated and give so much of that time like that, because he got school to worry about. He finna start working. That's why I'm always there. You feel me? I'm not gonna discredit him. Yeah, I feel like his family, is need to step up their game, because how y'all gonna be there and be hands-on with my baby, and then when y'all family, when y'all sister die or y'all aunt die, which is my son, grandma, everybody act like he like every now and then he'll hear something from y'all. Okay, so expect to hear something from him every now and then when he make it. Period. That's why he got me. That's why he got mama. Hello. They got my son. He got off the bus early today. So, let's talk about, y'all be sitting up there wanting your spouse or your woman or whoever to do certain things for you, right? Oh, child, I'm not gonna renew child. Like, for instance, I want to understand why it is so hard to set realistic expectations and be able to compromise if you are a well enough grown adult. You're well off, meaning your brain functions on a normal level, on a normal scale. We're not talking about, the folks that are schizophrenic and the people who have personality disorders and bipolar. And we're not talking about that, because sometimes they don't be right. They're not rational thinkers, right? They're not Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, I want to just start here. And I'm going to jump from here and there and everywhere. Y'all know my storytelling be all over the place. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about. And I make sense. And I'm sorry if y'all hear my air blowing. But honey, my odometer is saying 99 degrees. Yeah. So, this is my opinion and how I feel about stuff. For example, and I'm not talking about my own self. I'm using different examples. And if I am talking about myself, trust me, I'll let you know. Okay, if a man, you know what I'm saying, he works. If a man, you know, he works, depending on the type of work that he does, right? Hours. Let's talk about expectations. If you living with somebody and you know what time they get off work, whether it's girlfriend, husband, whatever, at the end of the day, y'all still in a relationship, right? And you expect for them to come home at a certain time or be home at a certain time or to check in with you when they get off work because you know what time they get off work and you just trying to make sure that there's some type of communication when when the other person clocks out, right? Did y'all have a conversation about that? Or did you just assume, or you just wait till he or she calls and be like, well, did you get off at such and such time? Why you just not calling where you at? You're automatically sending out something, you automatically expecting for him to, or her, to abide by a rule that they ain't had no knowledge of. And then that becomes an issue because they're going to be feeling like, oh, well, you know, depending on who it is, they might be like, well, why you want to know? Well, why you want to know what time I got off? Or then, you know, depending on who it is, they might be like, okay, I got off at such and such time. Like, somebody might not care about, oh, Lord Jesus, fix it. Somebody might not care about telling you, you know what I'm saying? You never know. And it's just like, let's say if your spouse got off early and they decided to go to a bar or they decided to go hang out with a friend and you realize that they beat you home, or if you work from home, whatever the case may be, they come home on you and you're like, well, why you ain't tell me you were getting off? Like, there's some type of communication. I feel like it needs to be talked about, whether y'all live together or not. Rules and expectations. For instance, if a man knows how to cook and the woman knows how to cook, your relationship and the man and the woman both know how to cook, no matter who worked the hardest or who got off first, who gonna cook? Somebody brought it up earlier. Me and my friend were having a conversation, and she said the woman is known to be the housewife or the helper of the house or the helper of the man. So it is expected, she's expected, and she said it's known for the woman to be the cook, the cleaner, and the helper and the doer of the house while the man is providing. But nowadays, it's like, if everybody gonna be, if both parties is working, shouldn't that be split up? Since the bills is being split, shouldn't that be split as well? Like, if we both know how to cook, if one person got a little bit more energy left than the other person, then that person need to cook. It don't matter what kind of job they got. If you not dead tired and you say, okay, I'm finna cook, why should I feel sorry or be, talked about because I ain't gonna cook for you? Now I can see if it's a spouse that really don't know how to cook and y'all in agreement to that person cooking, don't get an attitude because when you come home, ain't nothing on the table, ain't nothing cooked for you. Did y'all talk? Did you ask? Motherfucker, Don't be coming to the door expecting me to do nothing. Which, how you know how I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, yes, I agree. This is what I'm saying. I agree that, you know, the woman should be able to cater to her spouse, right? If the spouse is worth catering to. If the spouse ain't worth catering to, or if the spouse does not allow you to be helpful to him or be his woman, then what the hell you supposed to do? I'm just saying, I don't disagree with the fact that the woman should be the caretaker of the house. As long as them bills get paid and she can help around the house, be submissive and do the things that, you know, makes your spouse happy. Do the things that make them happy, right? But it come in fair exchange, ain't robbery. So if, you know what I'm saying, your spouse is making you feel good and treat you good and y'all ain't lacking in the money department and bills is paid and everything is everything, then y'all good, right? Ain't no problem with being submissive. But if you got somebody, ain't but one of y'all working, and this other person been trying to get on their feet for a while and ain't nothing working out, I hope y'all done had a conversation. What the money looking like? What the bills looking like? What is him for? Because I can understand somebody go through a rough spot, but ain't no rough spot supposed to be over 6 months, if that long. No, we're not doing that. And let's talk about how men are supposed to carry themselves in the workplace when working around a lot of women. Expectations on that. If you're a wife and you know your husband is like a paralegal or he is an administrative assistant and he works around a lot of beautiful women, right? If you are an insecure woman, you're not going to be comfortable with that. You always going to question him. You always going to be looking for something to happen or to go wrong. No cap. No cap. Especially if there is like an office party or a meeting or something that he has to do that takes away from y'all time that is outside of his normal regular work schedule, you're going to feel some type of way about it because you're going to want to know who there, why, when, where, how, and all this and that, right? If you are an insecure woman. Now, if you a woman that know what it's hitting for and you ain't got to worry about that and you already know, you know what I'm saying, your people is good and you trust them wholeheartedly and y'all is like this, I'm not tripping off of you working around, but go get this money. Because if you can tell shit from sugar, you already gonna be up on game. And you already gonna know if something ain't right. I don't care how motherfucker try to play it out and live a double life. If you up on your stuff as a woman or a man, you ain't gonna miss nothing. I promise you. I guarantee you that. You're not gonna miss anything. You're just not. So, if you are the type of man or woman who has a spouse who works around the majority of the opposite sex, what are the expectations? Are you comfortable with that? If you're not comfortable with that, why not? Let's talk about it. Don't expect me to leave my job because you're uncomfortable about people who I work with. We could talk about it and I can acknowledge, your feelings, but at the same time, it depends on the level or it depends on how severe or how serious it is. And I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, let's talk about financial expectations. Oh yes, let's talk about financial expectations. Now, I was told, my homie, also we touched on this. She said, no matter what, she believed that in a relationship, things should be split in half. But she also says she believes in being a sole provider. Meaning, say for instance, you guys move in together and somebody loses a job or fell into a hard spot. She don't mind holding the spot down for at least about 6 months. But she needs to see you trying to do something. Because she well enough equipped to pay majority of the bills. So she can deal with 60-40, right? But as long as you feeding her, cooking, cleaning, and being loyal and faithful, ain't no problems. And I was like, that's dope. I can understand that. I feel that. I'm in agreement with that. Totally 100%. I can do 60-40. If you're telling me, okay, babe, okay, no matter what you making, no matter what I'm making, I'm willing to go this much on bills, we can do 60-40. As long as you still do what you're supposed to do by take care of home, take care of me, loving on me, and you know, doing what you're supposed to do, make it comfortable while I never want to go nowhere. I'm good. And I got your back to the end, right or die. But even though I'm in agreement with that, I still feel like going into any situation, you need to have your own funds, especially for emergencies or rainy days. I don't care. Now, this is my opinion. Now, please check me if I'm wrong now, or we can debate. Even though I'm agreeing with somebody who I'm dealing with wanting to do 60-40 where they pay majority of the bills, but I still help and contribute. If that isn't the case, I believe 50-50 is fine. You can go 50-50, but both of y'all need to have your own backup money and don't rely. Because what if people is out here living double lives? Honey, you could be with somebody 10 years and 20 years, and all the while you don't find out they got 2 kids on the side, married. I could keep going. Dressed like a woman behind the scene, dressed like a man behind the scene. Y'all know people be doing stuff. Y'all know be getting high. All kind of stuff. So, in case people, I just believe that everybody got their own motives. Like, I got trust issues, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm always gonna have my own put up, my own extra this, that, and the third. Trust and believe that. I'm gonna always have my own. That's just what it's gonna be. Because you're not finna leave me high and dry. You ain't finna leave me stuck sitting here with all these bills and can't and be struggling. And then people gonna be like, oh, she fell off and she couldn't maintain because she went with such and such no more. Because she went with such and such no more. So now she lacking and she not able to do whatever she need to do. So, yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand that. I just feel like if y'all in a relationship, and even if you come into a relationship with nothing, and your spouse got more than you, and you get up on your feet and you able to do what you get up. Don't act brand new. Don't switch up now. Do not switch up. Like, keep that same energy. Don't switch up because you don't bypass my finances or you done got your promotion or whatever. Don't switch up now. Yeah, do not switch up. Because, first and foremost, I'm not finna sit here. Because first and foremost, I'm not finna sit here and be done helped you and took the bulk of the, bills and weight and stress because I love you, yeah. But then you want to showboat and act brand new and like I'm non-existent, or you finna move on because you done came up. I mean, damn. Okay. See, I'm the type, I'd be like, okay, do what you gotta do. I see you around. Like, cause no, I'm not finna chase nobody. I'm not finna deal with stupid stuff. I done did that already. Another thing, let's talk about dealing with stuff with people. Expectations. Okay, I got so many scenarios. If you know damn well that you got anger problems, that you got drug problems, and that you is abusive, and you get in a relationship, and you expect for that your girlfriend or your boyfriend to be submissive and to do what you want to do, and get mad when they give you that same negative, bad behavior, bad energy, want to argue, fight, and all this. But you're like that. You're like that. So why is you mad? No, women now. And then when y'all get to fighting, you blame it on her and say she provoked you, but all the while, you had that in you the whole time. It ain't never went nowhere. You try to suppress it, but you never grew up. Come on now. Don't nobody like to talk about this type of stuff. I don't understand why. Why can't adults be adults and have these conversations? Let's talk about stuff. Where do we see each other in 5 years? We started out on a rough path. We used to bump heads. We used to fight. I wish I would be sitting here and continue to fight and argue with somebody in a relationship. First of all, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not being with somebody who can't help me pay a bill and can't help me do this and want to brag and boast. And every time I see them, every time they come around, they got on new clothes and new shoes and all this and new shoes stuff. But when I ask for something, I can't get it. Who? But you want to claim me, you want to hold on to me and show me out. What we doing? What we doing? Because that ain't it. No. And then on top of that, if you're in a relationship and you have trust issues and you're insecure or all of that, like you're the type of person that when your husband's friends come over, you get jealous because you feel like he neglecting you, he ignoring you, or he taking time out, or he having too much fun, laughing and kikiing with his homeboys. Huh? What? Or if, same thing for the men. If your woman, you know what I'm saying, go out with her friends or her friends come over and you feel like they're a bad influence or she kikiing too much or they plotting or this and that and the third, did y'all sit down and have a conversation and say, well, what this friend about? Or she seemed like, your friend seemed like this. I'm just trying to make sure that ain't nothing extra going on and you know, make sure those stuff rub off on you, or set expectations. I expect for you to act like this around your friends, or what y'all really be doing. Even though if she might not tell your ass, she might not even tell you what's really, you know what I'm saying? But at least you try to have that conversation, set expectations. And if you see clearly her friends is a bunch of hoes, or they is some loose boppers, or you see clearly his homeboys is got out here spreading all these chaps and ain't taking care of them, it ain't up no good. I can see why, you know what I'm saying, you'll be questioning stuff. But don't just go off because somebody dressed half naked. She probably got a good body. She probably don't even do nothing. She probably still a virgin. And you judging her because she dressed nice and she got hips. Like, ask questions. I'm that type of person. That's why people respect me. Because I do not mind asking nobody nothing that I want to know. I'm going to ask you. And I know how to talk to people. I ain't going to just pop off and say, if I see somebody, okay, for example, if I see my homegirl, this girl I grew up with, or see her at you know, we went to school or whatever, and I see her across town at this, you know what I'm saying, looking rough, and people be telling me, oh, you know, she be at the crack house. And I continue to see her. So when I seen her at the store the other day, I was like, hey, what's up? I was like, you look different. You alright? I was like, you ain't going through nothing you ain't supposed to be going through, is you now? You know what I'm saying? Because, you always, that's how I do it. You feel me? I don't just be coming out like, you on that shit? You don't do no mess like that. There's people out here that's stupid like that. They don't care. But my point is, don't assume that your girlfriends, friend girls, is, they all ain't up to no good, or they all, maybe that is especially if they grew up together, maybe that's your spouse's comfort zone, being around her crazy ghetto friends. Maybe that's your husband's comfort zone to get loose around with the things that he can't do with you, he want to do with them. If you insecure and jealous about that, you got issues. That's controlling behavior. That is controlling behavior. Okay? Sit down and have a conversation like a grown-up is supposed to do, and say, hey, I don't think a woman should do. And hopefully the response is a decent, mature response to where it doesn't lead to an argument or some type of altercation or some type of disagreement because one is insecure and it go over their head what you tell them you expect from them. I'm not saying nobody can control you like a light switch and turn you on and off and take you off the shelf and put you back on the shelf and do to you whatever they want to do. Because ain't nobody ever gonna control me. But if my bae say, I feel like you showing too much cleavage, can you pull it up a little bit? Because I ain't taking the damn thing off. We could adjust it. That's compromising. Right? Or if I feel like my bae showing too much skin, wearing a tank top, but I'm with them, I'm beside them, so I ain't really worried about nothing. Let's go. We outside. Like, you got to be willing to compromise and be fair. You can't just be one-sided to stuff. You feel me? You just can't be one-sided to stuff. And I just feel like as adults, there's no reason why you should not be able to sit and have decent conversation. And if you're not sure where to start and how to start, just focus on the issues at hand. If you feel like your woman or your man working too late, working too hard, ask them, what's the goal? What's the motive? You trying to get something? You trying to get a new car? Are we trying to get ahead of bills? We got a cruise. You got a surprise. You trying to do? Ask questions, baby. That's it. So, I could go on and on and on and on and on about, I can go on and on and on about expectations, relationship goals. Set realistic goals, y'all. Don't be setting no goals to, okay, we buying at Denali next year, but y'all paycheck to paycheck, and y'all be having to borrow money from people right now. You buying what? For what? No, you're not. You need to be trying to save your money. Okay? What about the finances? Be realistic. Be realistic now. Let's be realistic. Because a lot of people just be doing a lot of crazy stuff that just don't be making no sense to me. And I don't understand. Be realistic. Because I don't understand how you could want this 4-bedroom house straight off of being off of Section 8. Somebody in your household getting disability, and you is a med tech. No, I'm not coming for the people in the medical field. No, I'm not coming for people that's on public housing. No, I'm not coming on people with disabilities. That whole point is, are you well enough and capable enough to maintain a certain lifestyle. And no, I'm not saying if a person is not in the house right now, that doesn't mean they're not able to manage one or they won't be able to. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be smart about what you're doing. What if a person is not ready to move to a house yet? They try to make sure their finances are 1,000. And they probably, they are damn near there. But they trying to wait and be smart about it and not move into whatever right now. They're trying to wait. So, for the ones that like to be skeptical and scared to jump out there and do a home ownership, I'm going through the process myself. And I am excited, and it could have been did. I could have did this 2 years ago. But mentally, I was somewhere else 2 years ago. So, here I am. And I have expectations for new situations in my life. Straight across the board. I already talked about it. This is what I expect. Can we agree on this? Whenever you're not comfortable with this, let's talk about this. Because I am not about to babysit no grown person's feelings when they have temper tantrums or insecure. I'm not doing it. We all are aware of my trust issues. I am an adult and I can manage my thoughts. So when I start to feeling a certain way, I'm going to communicate with you, and you can tell me, babe, stop tripping. Woo, or yeah. Or you got it. Stop doubting yourself. You got this. Stop doubting yourself. Take advantage of being able to use your mouth to speak what you want into existence. Take advantage of the fact that you can have a mouth to do the things and say the things and communicate with people instead of being on here and doing other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about real stuff that need to be talked about. That's worth talking about. I mean, I'm just saying. Here we are a whole year later. 2 years later, 3 years later. That's why they can't stand me now. That's why I ain't got these badge holders. That's why my views is whack. I don't care. Because I'm the only one that's willing to talk to y'all and put something on y'all mind. That ain't my problem that I want to keep it real. I'm not finna be stuck on who did what and why for all my life. I wish I would. No, it's too much stuff and too much to talk about out here in these streets and in this world. Amen and hallelujah to that. We're not finna be stuck on. We're not finna be doing that. I'm still confused about it all. I'm still confused about the things that I done said and done. But we here now. And the fact of the matter is, we have to learn how to be in agreement, how to agree to disagree, how to learn how to have debates or arguments that are on the level of logical thinking. We need to make sure that we are able to go to bed at night without feeling some type of way or mad because of a conversation that was previously had. Like, I understand people go through stuff as a kid and they had a hard life and stuff. But if you got somebody that's willing to love the hell out of you, who is grateful to be in your presence, who asks you and is excited as a kid getting candy from a candy store because you are even allowed them in your space. Come on now. And they willing to put a smile on your face every day. And they have kept their word every day and break their neck every day to make sure that they can see your face and see your smile and make sure that your day is complete and that your day is awesome. And they are actually showing you this and constantly reminding you of this, y'all quit pushing these good people away from y'all. Stop pushing these good people away from y'all. They really love y'all and they really be for y'all. Stop pushing these people away, man. It be people that really will die for you because they love you. They need you. You're like their blood flowing through their veins. They can't live without you. That shit still exists. And I'm 33 years old. And there's people out here that's 50 and 60 years old still creeping, sneaking and geeking. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. Be making me mad on here acting like you ain't got no sense. Sit down somewhere. Be 1 minute talking about intelligent this and class this and class that. And we ain't gonna talk about looks because I'm not trying to come for nobody, but sit down, have a seat, several seats, 1, 2, 3, 4, have a seat. Sit down somewhere. Let me school you on how to talk and how to act. Since you already assuming that people don't because they younger than you or what you think, man, get out of here. You don't see me on here talking about I got class and I got this and I got that. No. Because I ain't your business. If you want to know me in real life, you get to know me in real life. But then you ain't going to get to know me on here. But it is what it is, though. See, I can't get on here and fake. And I get on here and talk calmly when I got my makeup on and, trying to be cute. That's just the vibe at the time. It be the vibe. When you cute, you just, hey, that be the vibe at the time. But I'm the coolest person in the fucking world. No kizzy, no cap. But y'all, I hope I didn't lose y'all in the conversation. I enjoyed the conversation. Well, basically that I had with myself because y'all listening. But I love talking about stuff like this. Like, I'm probably going to upload another video of me and my homie talking about it because she has such good points. And I love the fact that she only 2 years older than me, but she is so mature. And I think that'll be a great video to upload because the way that she just breaks stuff down, I love having conversations with grown adult people who get it. Can't stand nobody that be swearing they older than you, or even if they the same age as you, and they swear they know everything, but can't even have a logical, decent conversation, or can't even have a conversation about religion, about Democrats and Republicans and housing and the government and all kind of stuff without getting riled up or getting sidetracked or feeling attacked. I don't understand that. I don't get it. But I hope that y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe button. The like, share, and subscribe button. And please comment. And I will see y'all later.